Hey, yeah, we been putting out this six Wednesday for a long time. Like I say, let me give my disclaimer. What we say is just how we do it. Our opinion. Our opinions is welcome here. You could pretty much call in. We'll get a number again if you want to call in. But our little so-called podcast, Six Wednesday on YouTube every Wednesday. So we really don't have like a list of what we're gonna talk about. We just basically going live on YouTube trying this platform out. But we will be doing it most Wednesdays. If y'all over Facebook, remember to come over here to YouTube on Tuesdays and check us out. So we're gonna have to maneuver a little bit because, like I say, this stuff here is pretty much new to us. It's the same as Facebook Live, but today gonna be Sex Wednesdays, and so basically we're gonna do it whereas it's healthy, a healthy sex Wednesdays, So how is to anybody, basically I'll do it in the man point of view. I'll go for the men, and I'll say it in the man point of view, like starting it off. Whereas, hey, don't forget, guys or women. Well, I have to talk toward the women too. Like, hey, y'all guys may like these particular, panties that this woman have on. Understand that when those panties all wore, that it means that time. Don't be so selfish to think that, and not pay attention to that woman when that woman wants something. I know we probably all need help with that part like that. Now remember, this is healthy. This is a healthy sex situation. So please always protect yourself and think about the things you do before you do them. So a lot of women don't have certain particular things that they may wear to initiate that it's that particular time. But I think it's a healthy thing. What you think?
Yeah, I think the longer you together, it kind of becomes psychic.
Right,
Like in our relationship, I really, I tend to like to wear those type of things anyway. But typically, you already know. The longer you with somebody, it's really nothing to it. But in other relationships, I know some girls they don't care. They wear their,
and it might not be because of the woman. It could be because of the day. It could be because of your stressful day. For us guys, for guys, like, it may be heat. It just might be like if you sleep, like, your arm behind your head or something like that. Some things like, and then the act start the next day. It might need to be, a little bit more exhilarating for that individual. Low energy levels could be caused by a lot of things. What do women? What you think women do is low, what causes low energy levels?
I mean, towards my view on the man or the woman.
For the woman, like low energy levels. Like, what you think causes low energy? Because I don't know. I really, my sisters or nobody really said nothing, or just tired with no tired.
I don't think women really have low energy levels, because if, let's just say, in a scenario where a lot of people are cheating, it don't matter how long they've been at work or whatever. When that other person called, they instantly exhilarated. So I don't think it's that. I think you could get stuck in a little bit of boredom. Just need some action. Like if you got kids running around, you got to put them to sleep. That stuff drains them.
It seems like y'all opposite from me. It seems like what you're saying is that the women opposite. I think a guy like it might be 50-50. Some guys might be tired and get a boost of energy with having sex versus being tired and just like, hey, not today. And I think a lot we should all tell that individual to I understand, like, right, practice. I understand.
I personally think a woman is always ready. It's just mental, because it's like if you showed up at a job, you trying to be spontaneous. Let's go in your office. You know, it's like it's instant. She wasn't like that before you walked in her job. You know, so it's an instant type of thing. And even when we are drained, I don't know. It's that touch, that look, that, you know, I don't care if the kids woke. Let's go outside in the garage. You know, something like that. It clicks
Right.
for a woman.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let Jennifer go over to Facebook and tell them we're live on YouTube. Yeah, you know, I think some guys will be more nervous, like, you know, and I would say this probably in long relationships, and this is just my opinion. In long term relationship, like, hey, come up to the job, let's bam bam. Or if you do just come to that job, what I call them and say, hey, I think, you know, a lot of guys will have that shock factor, you know, that shock factor.
Right, because if you walk up on a woman like instantly and just, you know, a woman that you know, of course, you walk up on her and you on your knees with that ring, she ready to go get in the bed right then and there. So like I said,
that's a stimulation.
It's a mental thing.
Yeah, that's a stimulation. So I guess we should look at the factors of what do the stimulating, you know, what will cause the stimulation for guys. I know one, definitely niceness. Niceness in a guy will cause instant stimulation. You know, that's for sure. I could say that would cause everyday stimulation. Every day that individual is nice and understand, even when that guy wrong, you know, that would cause instant stimulation at that point there for guys. You know, let me see if I can think of another one. A call on the phone. Hey, what you doing at work? I'm just calling. You know, I'm trying something new. Like the woman saying, hey, Tony, I'm trying something new. You know, I know I don't call you on your job a lot. I'm calling something new. I mean, I'm calling you trying to do something new. And, you know, after that third, fourth day, it's like, hey, man, you know, this person trying. That's stimulation for a guy. You know, and we're not talking about, you know, younger, you know, people, but, you know, as older people, you know, in the 40s or 30s like that would definitely cause stimulations. But, you know, I would advise me personally to introduce that slow. Just don't pop out, because at some point it can look like it's, you know, hey, what this person doing? Why my bath water ran, or why my food on the table like that? You know, so like I said, we're talking about healthy sex, healthy things, you know, like that, you know. So that's some of my things like that. What you think? Give me two reasons, two things that would make a woman, you know, like, you know, hey, not him cooking, but just something that a man do, like call you on your job or something like that. What's two things that you think that are instantly stimulating?
That's one of them. I mean, one of them you said already. Women love a man that can cook. So, you know, that's, especially if he don't do it every day, she would be downright impressed. Like, you know, like we know Sean and Ernest, Sean always cook.
But would you want her
to food cook?
But would you want her to do that every day? I mean, him. Would you want him to do that every day?
No, not every day, but I mean, you know, that's just one of those things. But you know, when you've been together a long time, you really don't need those type of signals. That's kind of like a dating.
Well, we got some people that's young, that right, you know, 1 year, 6 months too. You know,
when you've been together for 10 years like us, it's been a little different.
Right.
It's like, what you doing in here cooking? That's the furthest thing from my mind, because it's like I said, the longer you together, the more it's a psychic ability. Like you just kind of know.
Yeah, but then we need to look at that though, because some people who, you know, like you saying, you cook every day, that may be a man's stimulation. So it's kind of double sorted, because it happens every day, the cooking. So do I get turned on by her cooking? No, because, you know, it happens every day. So, you know, maybe
you might get turned on by something new.
Right. That would make more sense. Yeah, hey man, you cook that. You know what you're trying to do. You know, like that. So it's those sporadic things like that may turn that guy on. But I'm gonna recap. You know, niceness for a guy, calling him on his job, not wanting nothing, just saying, hey, you know, I love you. Da 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 da. You know, make sure you have a good day. You need anything, you need me to bring you something, if they're able to bring you something. Those things are stimulating.
That's a big turn off. for a guy to pick up his phone and the first thing he hears is barking.
Oh, that drop everything, y'all. That's not a sexual stimulation.
Why you ain't take the garbage out?
Right. And you know, for all the guys living like that, like I say, give them a little chance. Introduce some tools. We giving tools that we think that'll help them individuals to get that stimulation booster. But I don't want nobody to give up on a person just because they do that. Give them a little time. But me personally, I would come to Jennifer, say, hey, Jennifer, this is bothering me. It's kind of bothering me. Then I have to sit back, and allow that person to change. Who am I if I don't let that person change? Because
I think nagging is probably the number one cause of impotency. I'm probably have to put that out there.
Right. And I believe a lot of guys, when you said that, I believe a lot of guys not impotent. I think all of the yum, is what caused that. Even if a guy does it, it may only affect when you do it to the guy. Your impotency might be something else that you don't like. Maybe me looking at girls saying, oh, she look good, like that. And you knowing that I'm not looking at her to say, hey, do you like this shirt, pant like that? I think that might be one of y'all impotency. Like, man, look, you looking at her. What about me? Like, and she feeling less of a woman, because of something like that, So those are some. That's the two. But like Jennifer say, the nagging. I think we put that one to the top. Where we feel.
Yeah, he'd say something as simple as giving her flowers. It say Uncle David on there. I think it's David.
Okay, yeah.
Everybody's name is different.
We got an individual, one of your cousins. She likes those things. We don't know what it do to her, but I'm sure with that smile on her face, it stimulates something. Like that.
Well, I am pro for flowers for the simple fact that everybody wants flowers before their funeral. So I'll give them that much. It's just not my thing. But I understand why a woman would want flowers or a teddy bear, candy, hearts. I get it.
I just would want it for the right reason. Like, I don't want you to I wouldn't want to send you flowers to your job so just because your co-workers, or you thinking one of your co-workers like your man, not those childish things like that. We too old.
But I'm not gonna lie. If I was working and you came to my job, I would be so elated. I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't. I'd be like,
it's a thing. That thing got done. It's new. It may be new for that 6 months, and then it happened again and stuff like that. But like we ain't in a situation to do that. I could send them to the door. But we gonna be looking at more like, do we could have been cooking wings with that money, some lemon pepper wings. But that's just the way I see it.
Right. Now, early couples, I think for more early couples, that would be more romantic for them. Because I would have liked to do that when I was dating, was to have some flowers or something. But on a realistic level, no, that does nothing for me personally.
Yeah, and I mean, mine would be definitely nagging, like she was saying. Just I'm like, man, I thought I did a little bit, out of 100%. Golly, let me build my 10% to 20, 30, 40 like that. I'm not just gonna keep bashing.
To him, my concern is nagging. Like I said, it's something like if I'm telling you, Tony, watch that thing, thanks, Mom. That's what I get. But if your sister said you be all listening, all ears. Yeah,
because I be wanting to not let them do that, preferably in front of you. Yours is more, I know I might cut my finger, I know I might hit my head like that, but it may be, which she don't know, it may be because I want her to doctor on me. So, there you go. See, everybody learn from something at some point in time. You learn some new things. Not that if it's a real accident, like, really hitting, this part of my head hard. Not like that. Just a little bitty thing.
I do like to nurture, but I also don't want to see you in pain.
And even if she patted down or whatever, I'm like, that's good, because you gotta understand when you with somebody for long periods of time, you don't want to wear out all the new things. Some things at some time you might just want those things when I'm really hurt. It won't be so natural to her to then you be like, ain't nothing wrong, man. Ain't nothing wrong with him, like that. So I just kind of like, if I'm really, like when I'm really sick, she'd be like, "What you want to eat?" And I'm talking about sick. Like one time when I was running them house, I was out of there, but I had a job to do, y'all. I mean, I was sick, and she couldn't really be there for. I had to go stay over there because of the distance that it was.
I was worried to death, but that's one of the things that that would be a turn on to me. That man, even when he's sick or he hurt, he still go. That's one of those things. I don't like to see you do that. It's again, that's a double standard. I don't like to see you do that, but at the same time, I like to know you will do that.
Yeah. So that's some of the the healthy things like that. That you could practice. But like I say, man, please, like if somebody nagging y'all on the phone like that, get an opportunity, say something, or nicely, and just keep fighting.
That usually adds on to the nagging.
Yeah, but you're gonna go through, like
as soon as you say nag, it's like saying the B word.
Right, but
like
that's the anti-venom. That's the anti-venom. The anti-venom is to be able to get used to the nagging, so that person don't have that over you no more. Like if I'm like, Jennifer, I'm not hollering to, I might really need that rush at the time. So I keep, her on a high alert on the voice. Like, Jennifer, I got different levels. And Jennifer know how to respond to them levels. And it's probably due to the house fire. A lot of that stuff due to that. I wasn't loud when we was at the house, but a lot of things got is due to that and time, for us doing stuff. And, a lot of it due to the fact she want to go to the house. So I'm like, hey man, we need to get this done, because the day's shooting by fast, like that. So, definitely with the nagging, you gotta have the anti-venom, which is nagging. And once you get used to the nagging, then if you can allow that person to fix it, you can get that, you
probably missed it, ladies. We were saying nagging is part of empathy.
Empathy, yeah, definitely a part of that.
Stop nagging.
Yeah, it's definitely part of that. And let's see, we can go through other things that may do that. It's just basically trusting. Break that cycle of not trusting the individual. I mean, you can't stop them, no way. So, I don't understand why it's the point of who on your phone, I mean, my phone's sitting right over there. You can go through, you can use it all day. I'll leave it here. If they phones were off and my phone was on, I'm leaving my phone with her. So she'll be able to call me. I'll probably hit a Wi-Fi somewhere,
That's probably a turn on for some women.
Yeah, so I
don't have messing with my man. I'm right in his phone.
I don't have any problems, Like I say, you only create the problems that you do. So what you do is your fault. But when you get caught doing what you do, that's your fault. That's a form of empathy for women. Knowing that man may be messing with another woman. You know.
Or lies, knowing a person is lying, but you can't prove it. That's probably
let me get the excuse me, y'all. I'm gonna get the laptop right quick.
That's a huge turnoff. Another thing, probably in relationships that we need to address is preferences in your relationship. Like, people don't tell their significant other what they like, and that can be a little scary because the relationship goes on for years. Nah, there's no way to get used to being nagged at. I don't think so. I really couldn't see it all the way on there.
Ask him what he's saying. Like, in what form, can or would you get used to nagging? Because that is
right.
Is they saying that they will get used to it?
Well, I don't really know because this is like our first time going on YouTube Live, so we can't really see their comments. It pops up there and it fades away. So I kind of gotta figure that out.
Right, but so what you think is they what they trying to say? Is it David Jr.?
I think so.
Yeah. What part is he trying to say?
Well, I guess he's saying I don't know now because I'm trying to get on the show now so I can see it.
Hold up, y'all. I'm coming.
But anyway, I'll get back to it in a second when we find it. But my thing here is what I'm saying. The other subject that I was bringing in was sexual preferences of be honest with your person about what you like. It's so many people that'll be with somebody for years and they never even know that this guy's into toes. Don't hide that because now he's sneaking on the computer looking at toes. Like, don't do that. Or, this is why men go out and have prostitutes on the side, because they like certain kinky, but they don't want a girl do it.
Right.
But
well, I mean, how they gonna fix that though?
Right. But if you address it and let her know, it might be something that he could look at without seeing her sleazy. How does he know if he never tell her? You know.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
that's relationships.
Yeah, like we kind of covered that when we was on Facebook Live about being truthful in the beginning of the relationship. And y'all trust me. We know kids come and
So he was saying, is there really a thing of getting used to being nagged all the time? No, I don't think you could get used to being nagged.
No, I don't think so.
Nobody. We didn't like it when our parents did it, so it's definitely not gonna work in the adulthood.
Yeah, that definitely knock me off right there. You got me. You want to turn me out? Bang! Start doing that. You start doing that. Let me get in the
Men don't typically nag, but I think a lot of women get nagged at by men. Not typically, but I think if it's something specific, like say for instance, she don't do the dishes on time. The man might nag about that. Like, why is the dishes just sitting here for hours and hours and hours? And that might turn her off.
I don't think it's like, you saying for the woman, yeah. But
right.
and for the man, I don't think
men don't really nag.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the initial. They don't nag, but they pre-impotent themselves. They make themselves impotent because they hold on to things. Right. You got we know
why you ain't vacuumed the floor yet, right. Stuff like that. It's mud in here now. Company coming over, you want to rush.
Like that likes to clean and stuff like that. Those things, it's not an impotent killer, but it's like the constant thought of it not being done. Why that house ain't being clean?
Right. If she there all day, because some people work. I'm just speaking if she's at home all the time, because working can kind of cause problems. But back to the other issue of not telling your significant other what you like. Y'all, we really need to get that together. That's everybody. My relationship, everybody relationship. If you got something that you like, tell that person about it and don't hold it in. I can't see like some guy saying that he really like breasts or something like that.
Yeah, but his
wife don't know nothing about it. And here she come with this big grandma bra because it's comfortable, and he never say anything. If she don't know, she don't know. What can she do?
Right. I mean, and that's the part about learning that person, and you can learn that person at any time. It's basically just sitting down and saying, "Hey, can I really talk to you? I need to really tell you. It's not nothing I've been hiding or haven't really want to tell you. I just didn't know how you would do it. And I feel like now we're adults or a little bit older in the relationship where I need to tell you, I like this. And if you can, kind of squeeze it in, because that'll turn a woman off, man. Right. So we looking at some double killer.
And the warm-ups, every man not into looking at you in the warm. We understand sometimes what the warm-ups are for, but you in the warm-ups all the time, or maybe the same ones, they comfortable, they raggedy, but they comfortable, and you got them on all the time. That's right. Like he can't see your shape or nothing. That might bother him.
Yeah, but that, and like I say, I'm gonna go on that one. But that's a part of the learning that individual, early on, and it could be healthy, because we talking about healthy sex. We talking about healthy things to make you healthy. We're not talking about, nothing that's not healthy, like that. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a lot of things like mine basically is niceness. That's my personal thing. You nice to me, the person I'm dating, I didn't have me a Viagra.
That's kind of what he was saying. David was saying he's not gonna keep harping on the issue because that could cause the issue. So eventually it's just gonna have to be dropped. Just let it all go.
Yeah, that's mine though. Like I say, niceness is my 100 milligram of Viagra. That's my 100 milligram of Viagra. My 100 milligram of no Viagra, the impotent is basically nagging. Give me an opportunity to say, hey, write me a letter, shoot me a text, and tell me these things. A lot of people got issues because they don't say that. So
now, I know a couple, which I'm not going to expose that couple because I'm killed. Right. But the woman likes lingerie, and the man didn't like lingerie. To him, it was like a kind of a prostitute, slutty girl on the street type of thing.
But how you feel about him not liking it though? Like,
I mean, she felt like, I'm not a prostitute. I'm not a dirty woman. I'm your wife.
Mhm.
So when I wear these, you should see me. She was telling him like, you should see me sexy, but he didn't. Mentally, he saw something else.
I believe if she did the top, in regular whatever, and
she had all that.
No, I'm saying in small, small.
Oh, you mean
steps.
like do it slow?
Yeah. Not just you walking here, I don't even have to be gone, just 2 hours. You walking here, you say bam, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be, hold up, man, you that's an impotent, not bad. It's a good impotent. It's like, tell me I got something special for you next week. People don't, you gotta slowly bring people in. Just like with the fetish thing, if it's a guy like toes, knees, butt, do it slow. Do it real slow and let it get used to it, but when you just come out just straight up.
She had tons of lingerie, so he was like threw off by it, like all this lingerie, like, and she would try to wear it in increments and it just didn't work.
Right.
And it left her feeling, even though she left it alone, she didn't make it a big deal or nothing. They stayed married and all that. But in her heart, she always felt like, man, I want to wear this lingerie. And what it ended up turning into was she wore the lingerie for herself.
Right.
So when he at work, she wearing lingerie, cleaning the house.
Think about it like this. I can see a good way for that. And I think it'll work. And this is my opinion. I believe if she had the lingerie and she took pictures and she left that book there where she, privately for them. And he peeped and peeped. See, some guys won't tell you they like it, but when you find out what they like, it ain't no good no more. Cause now, like, oh man, I can't see Jennifer and this. She gonna do this Wednesday. Every Wednesday, you going in lingerie. Right. That's kind of like like, come on, man, Jennifer surprised me like that. So I'm gonna defend those guys like that. Right. I believe every guy like it. It's just how it's introduced, and we gotta go. With kids. You all of a sudden just pop out like, oh look, man, we supposed to be kind of new dating.
Kids, so big kids,
right? We supposed to be new dating here. Like they, after all of them gone, and you just you pop up in one. I'm still gonna be like, oh look, we fist to start a whole new chapter. We got a whole nother
like that
10
movie
years.
Where the girl she got into. She was young. They got married when they was teenagers, and she got into wanting raunchy stuff, and the guy was very casual, and she come in there and slap her face, she was all hot and bothered.
Yeah, just
he
too
was
fast.
Confused,
Right, yeah. And that's what I'm defending on the guy. You could confuse somebody. You could turn around and you could confuse them by going too fast. So I would tell all the women to basically just slow, take it real slow and implement real slow, real slow like that. Or the women to do it real. Think about before you do it. Just don't do it. I think he'll like this. Try him out through the month. Say, hey, put this movie on, and then see how he looks and things like that. Find out. I think people just automatically think, oh, I know him. I don't want you to know me, and I only been with you 10 years. If we supposed to be together for 20 more, I don't want you to know everything. We got a question?
No, that's Keena. She's saying hi.
No, we got one. Say.
That was David.
Oh, okay, it's popped up on my thing. Like, yeah. So y'all take the time out to introduce things and think about what you're doing before you do it. Because if just say if Jennifer liked it, strippers, I'm not gonna just come in the house one day and wham. I'm not gonna do it. I might introduce it.
I'm gonna do what I'm doing now.
See, so I ain't gonna do that. And like I say, the subject of it is healthy. It's healthy sex. So you're gonna bring it in, real slow. Like I say, find a movie when you by yourself and do your little, experiment on what you may think.
Like if you like 50 Shades of Grey, just sitting down slow.
Yeah.
Like the way that movie went, that girl was. So when she was like, well, just show me what you want to do. She didn't know what she was asking.
Right.
Because when he showed her, she felt like a darn fool. Like, why does beating me turn you on? Not that he was beating her, but it was a little rougher than it should have been, and she couldn't understand. Like, I'm in love with you. Like, why would you do this to me? She couldn't understand.
Right. And I probably would be the one to look at that also. You know, look at that like, she like me punching her in the face.
Right. She broke up with him for a while. You know, I think, you know, I don't know how long it went in the movie, but to us, the people that's watching, it felt like maybe a year or so went by.
Yeah.
You know, and she gave him another try. And what they did was they took it slow. He let her choose the stuff that she wanted to, you know, try, the kinky stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, they never showed us if she went all the way back to the rough stuff or whatever. But the point was, when somebody likes something, you have to ease them into that. You just can't throw it on them.
Yeah. That's how I would want to be. I would be down. I would be down for a lot of, you know.
Hey, Miss Gorgeous.
I would be down for a lot of, you know, vivid sexual content if it's done appropriate. You know, not inappropriate. You know, like I say, y'all just can't come in the room. Bam! Look what I got. You know, you can't do that.
He say, well, in our early days of our relationship, I introduced her to porno movies in the comfort of our own home, which helped her to open up.
Right. So he did.
Hey, Deja, she say that's her gorgeous.
Yeah. So you know, he kind of, to me, is that a woman or a girl?
That was David.
David. Yeah. So he basically kind of did what I would do, would be like, bam. Even if that person don't have experience. You know, you can use that method of other methods. You know, it could be cartoon type of comic books or whatever that introduce that person. Because if it's not healthy, you're not gonna be together. It's not healthy, the next one they would be with somebody else.
Especially if you with an inexperienced person, male or female. If you with somebody like that haven't been with nobody, you really gotta. Especially if you have more experience, you can't just throw them on the bus.
I don't want to say more experiences with a person. I think more experiences when you passionate. When you passionate.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Not like, because it could be, you could know people that's been with 100 people and they still don't know experience.
Nothing. Right. But I just want to say that.
Right.
You know, so we talking about healthy sex. So we talking about a healthy relationship. So it's when you passionate about what you do. Don't jump on me and you just trying to get me done. Don't jump on me. That's for guys. That's not attractive, you know.
Right. I mean, a woman wouldn't like that either. For somebody to be like a rabbit, you know, just on top of them, just not being considerate of anything, your feelings, your sensitivities, that would be a complete turn off.
Right. He was just saying you have to take things slow.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what we're saying, you know, growth. You know, Jen and Tony's show is definitely about growth, y'all. You know,
we know a lot of people where we know them personally, and then they get with somebody and they having all kind of problems, and we looking like, man, they don't know you like we know.
Right.
You know, we can't go tell that person, because then it's like, how you know about my personal? You know, we can't say anything. We just watch from the outside and shake our head.
Like, yeah, like if it's the guy, I'm not gonna tell her what the guy said unless the guy said around her, or the guy say y'all or we together. That, you know, the rest is, you know.
But I'm saying we be knowing them, and when they introduce us to somebody and they having problems, we can't say anything, because he like, well, I'm not telling them, or she like, I'm not telling them. But I'm like, you telling us, so why you can't tell them that you in bed with? I don't really get it.
Right. I you know, and like I say, my initial thing is, you know, introduce some type of technique. Introduce some type of technique where you can because we all can learn and change things, because we got a whole new chapter once our children is you know, leave. We kind of be
our
like
house won't even have windows.
You know, so we'll be in a whole new setup, you know, a whole new arrangement. And you know, I be wondering, do a lot of people who, when the kids are all gone, do they understand that? Like, now y'all in a whole, you know, it's like a new marriage, you know,
right?
A new dating thing. Even though I know her, and like I say, you know, I use the examples of Jennifer leave her socks over there. That's a whole new chapter. You know, now
I know one thing. I was the last person at one time in the house. Well, Justin was there, but you know, the younger ones, you kind of get around the younger ones. And when I came back to my parents' house, just open up the door because it's my parents. I walked in on some action. I was like, oh no, mama, daddy, you know, we wasn't doing nothing. I'm like, I'm grown. Come on.
But yeah, so you know, that's a whole new chapter, y'all. And you know, me you know, like I say, it was on my heart to do Sex Wednesdays, like basically changing some things, you know, putting some milestones in there where it's like you know, man, I bet you could change that if you try. Now you got people ain't gonna try. We talk to a lot of people. Well, actually, they talk to us, me and Jim, and they share their story or whatever. And you know, we'll tell them our stories like, nah, we don't do that. That's unhealthy. You know, so that's what we basically doing.
Remember my friend? She told me she was how old she was. She was in her 30s, her early 30s. She didn't even.
Yeah. So like
at 30 years old, you should know your body.
Right. And that's what we're saying. Like, you know, even if it takes that significant other to, you know, observe and explore that person, so y'all won't have all kind of commotion in the house. Sometimes it could be just that, you know, that the part that caused commotion in the house. Like, man, what's wrong with her?
And that was the biggest problem in their relationship, was that she was frustrated. And, you know, she was blaming her husband for not knowing how to please her, but she didn't even know her own body. So I was asking her, how can you be mad at him when you don't even know? Right. You can't even tell him, this is what I like, this is what I don't like.
Yeah, I believe it's a cheap form of fashion, you know, with time and stuff like that. It's a lot of things that could be done. It could be
and they didn't make it, by the way.
Right.
That couple didn't make it. They did divorce.
Yeah, and so when we see it like that, you know, in my eye, when they hit to not even divorce, just not being together because of something like this, some type of sexual issue, you know, it was some type of method, something. It was some type of method that could be done. If that woman had to be pleased 3 times a day, if that man, as soon as he came home, had to take care of that woman 3 times, it's something been achievable where that person would be like, wow, you know, I like this. I can get used to this like that, you know.
Right? Because you got a lot of people that's like that too. You just got people that's ready all day long. I don't know how somebody would deal with that, but I mean, you know, I don't know if you're not that type and they are.
But that's what I was saying.
Pilates.
Yeah, exercise do that. Exercise, you know, exercise do
you
that.
Gotta keep up with them. It don't matter. You really gotta keep up with them if you the one on the other end of the stick, you know, and they hyping you not.
Right. A lot of people definitely exercise definitely would make that person the man for sure. You know, after a while, once he got all the sickly part out for us being tired. To me, tiredness is a sickly thing. You know, being
they say he think that's a turn on for him to know how to satisfy his wife.
It is.
He's willing to try anything.
Right. Yeah, right. That's a good one for
I'm willing to try anything twice.
Yeah, that's good.
It might not go right the first time, so we'll one more time. Let's see.
She can't drive, so that's. But yeah, I like that. I like that how he said it.
He was saying it's a turn on for him to know how to satisfy his wife. Yeah,
it definitely is. For a man, it's definitely to make that woman basically satisfied. Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely a turn on. That's a good one. That's a Viagra. So what we got? We got impotency is nagging. What else we had impotency on? Maybe not. Being
that was the biggest thing.
Yeah, but I'm just going through them like not fulfilling each end, man or woman, is an impotency. That's right. An impotency. Not being able to have the other person back in any form, whether it's money, helping them when you really need them.
Right. Everybody want to know you got their back.
Yeah, that's a form of impotency.
I know you got my back in bed, but you gotta have my back when we up.
Right, always, and so stimulants. What we had as Viagra. Viagra, we had, if they submitting to my fetish, whatever that may be. I like when you drink your bottled water. I like when you comb your hair. I like when you hug me at night. Those things like that. That's a form of Viagra right there. So
I mean, to me, it's a turn on when you turned on. Like if I don't think you like, I know sometimes you have to turn your person on. They might be overworked or something for the day. I get that, but that's just one of the things that turn me on to know that you turned on.
I think you're right, but like if they
and other times I just don't care. It's just
Right.
I'd be in my own zone.
I think you right, because if it, but it's introduced in it at a slow period of time. Like I know somebody don't want no water, but and that woman, hey, you want to come drink some water? No, 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 no. So if that person would bring that bottle like that, then I did it just for you, gentlemen. Like that. And then before you know it, Jim, you done got a whole bottle of water. That's my whole theory. You start them off like this, real little, and then before you know it, within a month, you successfully gave them a whole bottle of water.
Right.
And that goes for sex and everything else. If that person don't like sex a long time, I ain't got no problem with that. But I'm gonna give them a little water, then I'm gonna turn around, maybe 2 weeks, give them 2 little things of water like that. Before you know it, it's turned into a whole bottle of water. That's just how I see everything working in time. Will it be successful?
If you have somebody that's a fast person, that's male or female, because you got women there too. Mm-hmm. They're a fast person. You probably just have to tease for a little while for you to the end of the story.
Right, and
make it last longer.
Right, and then somebody being with somebody, maybe like if it's a person that feel that they overweight. I really don't I wouldn't really mess with nobody like that due to a sexual get off. I don't want to waste that person's time, whether it's good or bad.
Because you got guys out there that like thick women. They look at me like I'm a stick. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not at all attractive. They want the curves,
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's like, say I'm single. I'm not gonna go mess with something that's not attracting to me. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to mess off my level where I'm at. If I like a big woman, mess with a big woman. And all big women. If I like skinny women, mess with all skinny women. Why I'm go take something from someone else that they may like? That's my point about it.
Right. Like 2 people. One person like high yellow women, like high mm-hmm. yellow women, and real small. And the other one like them real small too, but he want them to be dark, like mm-hmm. darker than me dark. It's what turns people on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you like that, stay with that. Go for that. Indulge yourself around those particular women. Don't throw off your fetish because you want some. That to me is like, like a half, 10% of a Viagra. Like, okay, bang, and now I'm back at at my level of wanting to be
right, because you might get with somebody that you actually do like, but they don't satisfy the sexual hunger, and then that's a real problem.
Yeah, and it's a problem when you do say, if I don't like skinny women, but I like thick women. I get with let me backdoor it. Yeah. I like thick women, but I get with a skinny woman, and that skinny woman like, whoa, you mm-hmm. kind of outbalance something. Your fetish was big women,
right?
But this slim woman went ahead and did something that not that the big woman could do, but you thought all that time, I like big women, and now you like skinny women, or you like skinny women, now you like big women.
Maybe the thing was you just never found that thing that did
it.
Mm-hmm.
That did it, and so to me, that's not healthy, and that's our subject is basically, healthy sex, but yeah, so bitching is really that's a killer. That's a killer right there. So, and
I think that was something that was new in our relationship, was that I've mostly been with all dark guys, and mm-hmm. Tony was the first bright guy. Mm-hmm. Not that I intentionally done that, that's just how it went. I don't really care. You could be Chinese for all I care. But he was different. Like Tony was exotic to me, like never before.
I think a lot of guys like that, and that's what we're saying. If you like a certain thing, make sure that's what you like, because you right, you hit something. If most guys, like if I talk to, that's all I like, this type of woman, that type of woman. But let that woman come exotic looking. That mean he could be Hispanic and like a black woman or Chinese,
right? Like at my old job, right. This guy, he was one of my employees or whatever. He seen this girl in the elevator. She had hair all over her arm, like mm-hmm. worse than a man. It was all on her back and stuff. And he said, "Man, I want to know what that's like." So I looked at him because I didn't expect him to say that, but it was. I guess he looked like, wow, that's different. I don't know what he saw, but he liked it.
Right.
And she was a cute girl.
If it's genuine cute. And not,
it was.
No, we back to fetishes, like that.
That's probably he probably did want to just try. I mean, like that would make anything different, but to him it was new and different, and I just kind of laughed. I thought it was funny because usually guys don't say that in front of women, but I guess we was kind of cool like that.
I mean, I guess in the single world, things go like that, but we just, I be trying to stay on relationships, and fixing some of the relationships or sustaining the relationships where they just a little bit more healthy, but y'all don't be afraid to, say nothing, introduce the little things you like slow, and, even if you gotta, kind of at times with kids go to hotels if you can afford it, like stuff like that, hey man, if that helps,
cruise.
Yeah, if that help, I say hotels like for the reason is no kids there, no family,
yeah, because kids can turn some stuff down sometimes. Right. You know what? I'd rather.
That's an anti. I mean, that's a
knocking on the door. I don't feel good. I got a headache. All kind of stuff.
That's an anti-Viagra right there. Especially in certain, you're in certain moods, levels of the,
right.
And that, I gotta get my water.
They want to have a fight all of a sudden, and we need to come in the middle and break it down, just all kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I, like I say, I'm down for hotels like that if y'all can afford them. We know a lot of people can't, but if it's getting to that point where it's about to break up a relationship or something like that, hey, that little $80-$90, what is it? A week. I mean.
I have no idea.
A lifetime of richness,
They'll leave a light on for you.
Yeah, so I would definitely, cruise would be good, but a cruise would be good. But like I say, hey man, 100 whatever it is that day from 12 to 12, that's worth it. My off day or what, things like that, and don't rush to act. Don't bust down the whole, what you get 12 is that 12 hours? Don't bust down the whole 12 hours up in the, in the 8 hours or 5 hours like that, stretch it out, make it last, a long period of time, because it can go on, we hear a lot of times that this act can't go longer than what?
5 minutes.
Nah, I mean, be legitimate.
Well, from the person I know, she believes 5 minutes is maybe 10 at the most. Well, she do not believe that a man can go longer than 10 minutes. Well, we talking about realistic.
Maybe an hour, 2 hours. The act can extend way longer than an hour. Any funneling, any touching is the act. It doesn't have to be insertion. Any funneling, any touching, massaging, whatever, all those things like that is part of the act, and they can count as your time. No matter if you just kissing or whatever like that, rubbing their head, all that stuff, body to body, all that stuff is implemented in that time. So if you're a type of time person, like how long it has been, you kind of know when that hour didn't hit around,
If the radio is working, you listening to all the songs passing by, like, dang, it's like 10 songs.
Yeah, and that's how it used to be in the 90s. Like in the 90s, you had 80 minutes. So you knew that sometimes you would start that CD over, that mixtape, which was F Action, and what was the other one? Run C had one, and Michael Watts.
That wasn't even in my time slot.
Yeah, but
it was, but I wasn't into it.
Yeah, so we know from the people that's now 40 and close to 50 that the act can last long, because you had your tape, your F Action CD or whatever, screwed and chopped. It lasted 80 minutes, and sometimes you would have to did the CD replay, however it did, however it started back over, whether you push play or not. So that would be another form of act. Make sure you got like on YouTube, you got your certain sex CD music, and then you'll know, but like I say, don't rush the situation, foreplay. Yeah, that R. Kelly, that was the 90s. That was early 90s. Yep, early 90s. But
I was in high school. That was before my time.
Right. So the act can go longer than what would you say our act is normal? and then not abnormal, but extended because of freedom. What would you rate our act?
Almost an hour.
Mm-hmm. That's
Maybe an hour is probably.
Yeah, an hour. That's the standard act, and then what would be extended act?
I don't think it's a limit on it.
Now, what do you?
I mean, but it's not a limit. Like if we have nobody bothering us, there's no limit.
But you still got like
well, I
average.
guess when you see the sun coming up, it's like, okay, we probably need to stop playing.
Yeah,
that'll probably be it.
Yeah, you got certain acts like that can go way long. That you know, like say, get all the anti Viagra out the way, the bitching, the nagging, you know, all those things like that. And even if those things come back, you can still say, hey, Jennifer, this week, you know, we know, you know, this week, can you please not do this? Or tomorrow, can you please?
Some people like arguing on purpose for the makeup.
But it's not healthy.
Right.
That's not healthy, you know, because I don't want you to have hypertension. I don't want to have hypertension.
I had an ex that was into that makeup crap. I'm like, I do enjoy the makeup, but the process to get into the makeup is not fun. Yeah. It's just not cute.
We don't want nobody unhealthy doing things like that. Hey, it might be, you know, like firecrackers, but then, you know, in the end, you know, when we get a little bit more older, you know, in the 40s and the 50s, well, the 50s to the 60s, how is that going to be affected? Like, hey, man, you know what, Tom, I'm tired of arguing with you just to get you out.
Really,
you know? Most
couples we know that's up in age like that, they don't have time for that. Like my aunt and my uncle, you know, they really don't do that. You know, he know when she on her arguing thing, and he shut that down quick. You know, you see how quick he do that. Right. They end up teasing each other, then they going back and forth making fun of each other. So they killed all that with comedy. That's what I like about them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if it's like that, that's the difference. If it's like this is the way they rate, you know, the way they get along, not really fighting, but you know, this they.
Well, you didn't go outside with us when they was out there. It was really going into an argument, but he shifted it to a joke, and they joked each other all the way to the car. My stomach was hurting. I'm like, oh my God, they just make fun of each other like that.
If that's what turned them on, you know, but then again, like I say, it's not really a healthy sex. We talking about healthy sex. We talking about just basically, you know, you bam, I'm bam, you looking at me, I'm looking at you. You know, you peeping, you got certain panties on that I like or whatever like that. This is what we talking about. I don't think it have to go that far, you know, but if that's what floats your boat, then, you know, jump in and say it, you know, but I'm talking about healthy stuff, you know.
I'm trying to be.
Said her aunt and uncle them, so hey, I use the old school slogan on them, y'all.
Crazy.
But yeah, so you know, like I say, you know, tease yourself as a man. Tease yourself as a man. And then you'll see the power in it. Just because you feel like it today, I might not even touch her. I might feel like it for 3-4 days, but I might not touch her due to the fact I might want my levels, you know, at a higher level. You know, especially when you got kids, you got to kind of build them levels up. You know,
but it's not something you really say. You can't really say it because then that ruins it. It just have to be, I don't know, kind of a natural thing. Like, okay, you're just not gonna touch me tonight. That's cool. You know, leave it like that. But actually, well, you know, I'm gonna wait 3-4 days. That'll be like, you know what? I don't even.
No, I kind of, me personally. You know, we only put what we
want. It's the element of surprise.
That's we put only what we want on here. We don't put damage stuff to damage us. I believe we're adults, you know, and we can have conversation like people talk to us.
Right.
Thousands of people talk
like
to us.
Like working people, though, that work for them, though. You know, but Friday is going down Friday. Them two people be waiting on that Friday.
And I don't blame them, you know, and that's cool because, but, you know.
Curtains closed and everything.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want I wouldn't want that fire. Like it was Monday and then I always to Friday, I don't want that fire to be too fired up. Like, you know, I don't know.
Because we have to do it. Like, if you go...
Yeah, but that's a have to do situation. We talking about normalcy. Say them people, it should be at least every other day.
Well, I think it's because they work hard. Yeah. So they try to build it up for that day. You know, instead of, well, I'm going to half-ass it today, half-ass it tomorrow. You know, like that. Because they tired, so they just build it up.
I have to find some way to fix that. I have to half-ass the job because, you know.
Like we know a couple where she work all day. You know, they gotta schedule that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, without them kids though, without the kids, I don't see that.
I think everybody would have a totally different relationship with our kids in a way. But I think that's why God put them there to challenge you.
Mm-hmm. To test it. But I would probably like, let's say we got 3 weeks out of a month. How many times do you think we mess around out of 3 weeks in a month on an average? Not the over days like it's almost every day, not days like that.
I would say probably about 2 weeks and a half, only due to those days where we stand with somebody else, kids want to watch a movie, movie stayed on too late, and now we just want to go to sleep because now we gotta wait for them to go to sleep, gotta take a bath, days like that.
Yeah, so we have to multiply that time people really got activities. Right. That's why I asked that question. Yeah. So we can kind of understand if it's just say 3 weeks and we maybe 7 for 21 days. So them people probably 5 due to activity.
Right. So if the kids got new YouTube shows that's coming on at 8 and 9 o'clock, we know we got a good night.
Right.
It's a good night.
Mm-hmm. So I had some businesses. What time we at?
It's almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I got a couple of businesses that I'm gonna promote. We had a question coming
in. David was saying, shoot, I'm in my 50s, damn near 60. Unfortunately, I can't do it like I used to or want to anymore.
Right. I mean, and like I say, we got methods for that. We got some solutions that we make up, natural solutions that, that I'll shoot you the pictures of them. I don't want to advertise them on YouTube, but they just natural supplements that I mean, you got to give it time to get in your system, right. Like that.
And me, I get groggy too. Like when we driving a lot and just eating out, I get to them points where my body is just lazy. So I detox. Once I detox my whole body, I get my energy back. It's like when you eat out a lot, it kind of weigh you down.
Yeah, but see, down a little bit. A woman don't really need energy; they need more secretion. Right? Men have to have stamina. And I don't think people figure that out.
But I'm saying that gets affected though, because your stomach is holding food, is digesting slow. It messes with that. So I like the detox where my body can not be focusing on digesting when we doing something else. You know.
Mm-hmm. But it, like I say, you just figure out all the formulas out. We know
by knowing your body. They go back to that.
We know this 6 Wednesday, but it's I don't want to get too graphic with the formulas of all that. But we'll eventually probably once we see who coming in and how they taking it, right. And we guiding a good program and not getting it too rowdy. We'll probably go into more stuff like that, but. I got a couple of businesses I wanted to promote. It's nothing on us. We wasn't getting paid. It's just I want to take a couple of businesses out of poverty. And that means that these businesses are just, making do, buying product and paying their bills. And, next month, I want to promote these businesses. Like I said, we don't get nothing out of it. But each month I want to take a business and take that business out of poverty. And so we'll try these people products, buy these people products, and we'll be able to get these people feedback, because if it's a product that may be burning after you use it, we want to let them people know, so that people can come out of poverty. If it's food and you feel like in your personal thought, hey man, this is too salty, we want to let them people know, after that. And if them people see a good success after that, then we may say, hey man, we'll keep promoting you. We'll take what's the little thing you feel like the about their business? You give us your your feedback. Give us your feedback and we'll let you know. Because like I told somebody today, I'm not changing what I eat at Denny's because I don't want to get pissed off. I will send the food back. I don't want to change my thing at Burger King and McDonald's because if I'm mad, I ain't gonna want to eat it no more. So a lot of people don't get samples, but I just want to take them businesses, one business a month, boost that business up to the top. I don't care you black, white, Hispanic, I don't care who you are. You submit your business, let us know what you do. Most of them probably gonna have to be shipped because we can't service, like if it's Steve-O at Texas Care Lawn, we can't cut your yard in California.
Right.
So most of the product, we'll try to work around that, but most of them we kind of want them to be where you got your own bottles of water. You sometimes you might have to send us some water so we can advertise and stuff like that. But we want to show that just this show can take that business out of poverty. And that means getting them to where that person have a pay tons of businesses. And a lot of times I had no income. It paid all the bills, it paid the employees, it rebought the CDs or whatever the business was, and that was it. It just got me by. So I want to try to take one business a month or every other month. I don't know how it's going to work out of poverty, so that business can grow, and so you could take that income and that person would take their family on a cruise, buy their kids bicycles, and see how I feel to be free in a business. It shouldn't be where a business have to suffer like that, and just because
exposure is key.
Right, just because we don't want to buy a product, or we used to going down to the big store down there. That's my whole goal, y'all. So I would hope everybody support us when we do this. Like I said, if the product have to be returned, we'll return the product. You want your money back on the product, that'll be something I have to talk to the people. But if they do, that's cool. But we'll be able to give them input on what's wrong, what we think. And of course, any business like mine, I always wanted to know. Please tell me what's wrong so I can fix it. Because that's business. Return the policy of returns. We have to figure all that stuff out. So y'all can leave y'all business at the. I don't know if you can shoot it. Which comment? Anyway, my number. Let me leave my number so y'all can shoot me business cards. It's 832-638-2267. Shoot me your business cards. And what I'll do, I'll do my part on promoting it and getting with people to try to boost it up. Maybe get a celebrity that's going to like be a little sponsor. Be a little sponsor on it. I got some people I could probably sponsor. It might be a shirt. Like this is my brother's shirt. They company. And so all the time, he gave me tons of them. So I've been a spokesman for these shirts for 10 years. I done beat them up and everything. Still be looking good, and
jackets.
Jackets, all that. So we've been a billboard, in other words, for years. So if y'all want to send products, I'll get that address to you. But my phone number is 832-638-2267. And shoot me some business cards. Let me get y'all promoted. Let me get y'all going. We reaching, minimum 1,000 people, on just one show. And let me take y'all company and your family out of poverty. Don't worry about us. We don't mind doing it. So let me take y'all out of poverty, and whatever y'all donation is for us doing that for you, that's whatever. It could be 50 cents. I wouldn't care. So, we'll see y'all probably next Wednesday. We'll see how the Sex Wednesday turned out and see if we can introduce more, subjects on the Sex Wednesday and, keep it adultish, and what's that comment?
He was saying, I'm going to give you some business soon in Louisiana. We kind of already touched on that a little bit.
Right. Yeah, and I appreciate that. So, yeah, this will be just like I said, YouTube. This will be our podcast. We 4 minutes over. Ain't no big deal. We 4 minutes over. But we'll try to get everybody coming over here. And we'll be back on Facebook Live Sunday at 7 o'clock. Peace.